Man was supposed to lead federal agents to drug cartels in Mexico, but agents in the Valley admit the so-called Fast and Furious case fell apart and mistakes were made. In the hot seat on Capitol Hill, the former special agent in charge of the ATF's Phoenix field office. ABC 15 investigator Lori Jane Gliha, the only local reporter there, and tonight she has new details revealed by agents on both sides of the border.
I don't understand what happened after that or what your system was in order to follow where those guns went.
Well, sorry, it wasn't my system.
In a sometimes uncomfortable and awkward hearing that lasted nearly 5 hours,
there's got to be a system.
congressional leaders with the House Oversight and Government Reform Committee tried desperately to learn how the controversial Fast and Furious case came to be.
At no time in our strategy was it to allow guns to be taken to Mexico. No, sir.
6 ATF officials testified about the case, including ATF officials stationed in Mexico.
That is insane. It would inconceivable.
Carlos Canino, the acting attaché to Mexico, testified ATF agents stationed in Mexico were kept in the dark about the strategy in which their counterparts in Phoenix admitted to allowing weapons to walk into the hands of criminals.
We weren't aware of the technique that ATF agents were actually following known gun traffickers away and letting them go.
Most of the questions, however, went across the witness table to former Phoenix ATF Special Agent in Charge Bill Newell and Bill McMahon, the Deputy Assistant Director of the Office of ATF Field Operations, who admitted he wishes he could have better reviewed paperwork that came across his desk.
There are questions now of who else might be called to testify in a future hearing. There's talk of whether the U.S. Attorney in Phoenix may be called to testify. I also asked Ranking Member Cummings who he'd like to see in the hot seat next, and he said the acting ATF Director Ken Melson already provided some testimony, but that was not in front of the public. In Washington, D.C., Lori Jane Gliha, ABC 15 News.